Good morning, Huskies. Today's Friday, January 18th. I'm Bella.
And I'm Ruby, recognizing the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. But before we begin, please stand for our nation's pledge.
Once upon a time, there's a man named Martin Luther King Jr. It's funny to think about because now we know his name so well, but at one time he was just a kid. Like maybe you're a kid watching this. Well, he was a kid too. Well, maybe you're a grown-up. That's okay too. Former kids are welcome here. I don't discriminate. Martin Luther King grew up to be a great man, of course, but things weren't all that great in the world while he was growing up. Not everybody was treated like they were somebody. And I believe that you should treat everybody like it's their birthday. But they didn't do that. People looked at the color of their skin. And that's how they decided if they were friends or not. Not cool, man. That didn't make him feel good. That didn't make anybody feel good. But his parents helped him grow up. He went to church. He learned about love. He grew up to be a minister to help a lot of people. He did all sorts of cool stuff. He helped a lot of people learn about love too. But still, he looked around and said, things should be better. He wanted to change things, so he did stuff. He decided, instead of spreading the hate, he would spread the love. He wanted to bring people together. Where people were hurting, he stepped in to help. He marched with them, he walked with them. He walked arm in arm with everyone. Sometimes it didn't go well, but he kept going. Sometimes he ended up in prison, but he kept going. Some people didn't like him, but he kept going. Some days were hard, but he kept going. Love does that, it just keeps going, even when things are dark. And, well, I don't like this part of the story, but things did get pretty dark. Someone who didn't agree with him shot him. He died in April 1968. Now, keep pressing it. Why are you telling us this sad story? Come on. I know. I'm sorry, but it happened. I don't like that happened. Now, I gotta tell you something. When things aren't awesome, it can be tough. And things won't always be awesome, but your response can be. Martin Luther King's response? It was awesome. Today I just wanted us to think about this. Isn't it cool that we can change things? Like any of us, anybody. He dreamed and he changed things. And he dreamed and he kept sharing his dreams. They became not just his dream, a lot of people's dream. Like this one. I have a dream that little black boys and black girls will join hands with white boys and white girls and become sisters and brothers. That's a pretty good dream. Let's dream like that. That could change things.
Have you guys gone to the library and filled your application to get some cool Husky gear? If not, you can still purchase some. All you have to do is go to the library on Wednesdays and Fridays and complete the form and payment. Your Husky ASB will process your order and deliver it to your 0 or 3rd period class for you. It's time to show your school spirit, Huskies. Order your gear today.
On Friday, January 25th, after-school basketball will be having a required informational meeting for anyone interested in playing and has not participated in an after-school sport this year. The meeting will take place in the NPR after school from 3:30 to 4. Any questions, please see Coach Cambayan.
Thursday Book Club just finished a great book and has chosen a new one to read. It's not too late to join us. Our new book will be The 7th Most Important Thing. Come to our book club in room 806 from 3:40 to 4:30. If you have any questions about the book that was chosen, you may email Mrs. Cumming, Miss Russo, or Mrs. Disselcone.
The spelling bee is coming. If you're interested in being a contestant, talk to your English teacher. You can also come to room 904 the next 2 Tuesdays right after school until 4:15. We'll practice the words and procedures so you will be fully prepared for the contest. The practice for the spelling bee will be held in room 904 on Tuesday, January 22nd.
All items in the Lost and Found will be donated at midterm. If you lost an item, then go find your lost item. Jackets and lunchboxes, waters, PE clothes, and much more. All items will be donated to charity on Friday, January 25th. If you lost it, then go find it in the Lost and Found.
Hula your way into today's Friday activity, the Hula Hoop Contest. See who can stay up the longest and win some candy.
Before we head off, we would like to wish Mrs. Bible, Mrs. Stramper, and Mrs. Disselcone a happy birthday. Mrs. Bible's birthday is today. Miss Strampard's and Mrs. Disselcone's are during the 3-day weekend. Have a
happy birthday, ladies.
Hey Huskies, Mr. Stevens here with a quick important message. Miss Clark over in the SAW program does an awesome job of bringing new things to us, and one of the new things that we've had for about a year now is breakfast burritos on Thursday. And I know many students enjoy their breakfast burritos, as well as staff, including myself. Unfortunately, one of the problems that we saw yesterday with the breakfast burritos was there were wrappers everywhere on campus, except for in trash cans after the breakfast burritos were eaten in the morning. Wrappers on the ground, wrappers on top of upside down trash cans, all throughout campus. And unfortunately, if that continues, we're not going to be able to have breakfast burritos. So all of you who get breakfast burritos in the morning, it's very important that you bring your wrapper and your trash to a trash can. Okay? Just because the bell rings and you can't find a trash can right where you're at doesn't mean you chuck it on the ground. Bring it with you. You will find a trash can somewhere along your route to class. Okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate the work on that. Let's save the breakfast burritos.